Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know it's gorgeous where I am here today with the sun out, and it just gives me a lot of energy. Today, I'm going to be reading some information from Yellow Rose for Texas. Again, this was some videos that she had on her YouTube channel many years ago. And when I tried to find them recently, they're all gone. So I wrote all this information out years ago. I think it's probably about 5 to 7 years old, but it's all pertaining to what's going on right now with the child trafficking, human trafficking situation. A lot of us are aware of what's going on and that these people really are not people. They're not human, as Princess Diana said. They're not human. These are reptilian beings from the snake families, the owl families. So this is from Yellow Rose for Texas. So if you see this, just to let you know, please, if you don't like me doing this, let me know. You can email me. But I wanted to get your information out there because it's really great. And I think it's a piece of the puzzle that people haven't been told yet. So I'll read you the Owl family. Nibiru has a solar orbit of 3,650 Earth years, which is 1 year for their inhabitants. A person from Nibiru of 30 years of age is 109,500 years old on Earth. The common lifespan for an Anunnaki is 900 of their years, which on Earth is 3,285,000 years. This is how long a person from this genetic line can live for on Earth. There is a clear link with Samaria and Anu's mother, Tiamat, the dragoness of the deep, and with Anu's children, Samuel and Lilith, the forebears of the fairies. Dated to about 5000 BC, archaeologists working in Tartania in the Ubad territory of Transylvania discovered a tepes, or rath, under which they found a fire pit. Buried among the ashes were the human remains of a cannibalistic sacrificial victim and 2 clay tablets. On these were inscribed the name of Enki, Samuel, and the number of Anu, which is 60, and the image of a goat. Enki again, and a tree, Lilith. In Hinduism, Shiva is the goat herd of the mountains. Some of this might not make sense. I wrote it word for word, but it's a little off. But on the reptile branch of the Tree of Life, Tiamat the dragon gave birth to Anu of Nibiru, and Anu, who was from the dragon line of the serpent, gave birth to Samuel, who was named Enki of Nibiru. In Egypt, Enki was called Ammon, and among the Semites he was called Yahweh. He is more commonly known as Satan. He is red-skinned, with the face of a goat with horns and leathered wings of the bat, like a gargoyle, not feathered like a bird. His feet are cloven hooves, and he has never been a friend to man, nor is he man-like in appearance. That is the image makeover of the propaganda machine of the snake family, and in following the incest law of royalty, what the snake family calls the law of the seed. Anu also had a daughter by incest, named Inanna. Inanna has the pronounced snout of the reptile, and a frill on her head as the crown of the dragon line has, marking her as the royal line from Tiamat. Reptiles and raptors do not have mammary glands or breast milk. Inanna has the wings of a raptor. The owl and her legs and feet are of the raptor line. She also went under an image makeover and the propaganda machine was used to make her appear more human, so that you forget that she eats mammals, mainly the children of man. She has used the names Ishtar, Isis, Athena, and more, but is commonly called Lilith. Her native language is Sumerian, and when she conquered territories, they were named after her, and as conqueror, the language of the area altered to Sumerian. When she went underground, the Sumerian language among the human population died out, but the natives, her people, still speak Sumerian. Lilith is a member of the bird tribes of the snake family, and she is queen of Moloch, a species of sentient owl, death raptor, and other cultures, such as native Indians. She also rules the reptilian group, more commonly seen, and according to the law of the seed, she married her brother Samuel, which is why their logos are combined into one family crest. Long ago, a pact was made between the offspring hybrids of the snake family. They would provide mankind as a food source to the snake family, and the hybrids would be kings and rule the earth, with their parent group remaining hidden from the unsuspecting population. The snake families have been interbreeding their DNA with man's DNA with the help of the El, who are commonly called the Greys. These children were given titles and kingships as long as they did not claim to be Anunnaki, who were called gods. Cleopatra was one of those that had made that mistake. The parent line of the snake families consider the hybrids to be less than even the humans they eat. They are considered so low because they are traitors to their parent species, galactic man. This is why all the lines of the hybrids follow the law of the seed and may only marry within the family, and only recently stopped marrying their siblings. Reptiles have a copper-based blood, and when it's exposed to oxygen, it turns bluish, and this is the origin of the term blue-blooded. By the practice of eugenics, the hybrid lines keep the DNA of the reptile lines, the primary genetic trait, and this is the source of the hardwiring to the human reptile brain. This is why the royals have historically had no care for the rest of humanity. They are genetic sociopaths, and their masks are perfected at an early age by the training received from the cults. They know that they are Anunnaki, and of the snake family's descendants. It is their special knowledge. They are proud of this and consider themselves to be a superior bloodline and race to human beings, and therefore they should be rulers of the world. This is by divine decree. Their God told them so. Because this reptile genetic trait is kept strong within the family lines, these hybrids become the perfect vehicle for the snake family members to possess and depossess the man from. This allows the snake family to rule without mankind knowing. All that man sees is a human being, not what is inside the shell of the vehicle, because of the law of separation of church and state. The Bilderberg Group tells people the C is for club. They are in fact the Church of Satan, and this is why they have a 40-foot statue of an owl, which is recognized as the Moloch and Lilith by many. And this is why the cremation of care ceremony is done. A person with no care is a sociopath. This is called entertainment, and all satanic cults entertain their congregation to service to self for this very reason, and because they are feeding their congregation to the Moloch when they have their ceremonies. They are protected by the Moloch. This is why all attempts by man to stop the Bilderberg have failed, and why the only two presidents in history that were killed were trying to close the Federal Reserve, which is Rothschild's private bank. It's like the old cannibal joke, "We'd like to have you for dinner." These people are lured in by social climbing, status, power, greed, whatever works for that particular individual. Then they are taken and returned, and none remember it, just like in the fourth kind. This is why the public notices that they have no care and that they descend into deeper sociopath behaviors. They are being prepared to be better vehicles for snake family members. The plan of the hybrid families was always to dedicate this nation to their god, Satan. But only family members knew who Satan really was, Enki and Inanna. Almost everyone who falls for the religious propaganda spin, which is why J. Edgar Hoover said that famous quote, "The human mind is handicapped when confronted with a conspiracy so monstrous he cannot believe it exists." So take what you will from that. Just interesting information. So yeah, if you want to go to a Yellow Rose for Texas website, or actually she's on YouTube. She has a lot of different videos on there. They're fascinating. She has a lot of Space Wars videos on there. They're fascinating. But she has some great information. So go check her stuff out. And I hope you all have a good day. I think the next one we're going to do is the Divine Couple Part 1. We'll see ya. Thanks, guys.